If you're afraid of needles, be careful. This game has some needles imagery. But welcome to Sips and Sonnets. Thank you again to Blue Tango Street for sending me a copy of the game to check out and share with you guys. Okay, just left click. Excellent. Running away? Whoa. We're running away already? We just started.
Under boughs and gold canaries, branches reaching for their kin, wishfully I sigh and tarry, waiting for your merry grin. Colours jive across the sky as heavens shake their golden plumes at candy clouds and passers-by. The only missing thing is you.
Me? Is it me?
This is the start of a poem I wrote when I was still a young girl. I remember it vividly. I was waiting for my friend Esme in the park after school. It was a Friday. My family had just relocated here in Midsmouth. She was the first friend I made at that school earlier the same week. Making friends makes a new place feel like home a whole lot faster. Esme invited me to the park. I got there first, so I sat by a tree and waited. Oh, how I waited. So much time had passed, I thought she was never going to show up. I almost missed the last bus home later that evening. But just when I thought about dusting off my skirt and leaving, Esme came running up the park hill with that big toothy smile of hers. It turned out she was busy preparing a picnic basket, one rife with goodies, and a thermos of piping hot Earl Grey.
Oh, that's
It was the
nice.
best day of my life. That tree became our tree. That park, our park.
I also
But
had a
what
tree
really
when I was a
made that
little
day
girl.
special was when I showed the poem to Esme. She cried until her cheeks glistened.
Oh,
I feared I made her feel guilty about being late, but she said they were tears of joy. Despite all the poem's flaws, Esme practically begged me to write more. So I did. That memory shaped who I was to become.
it's always these little
We
things
stayed
that
friends
change you
after
as a
school.
person.
But eventually, she had to move. You know how life is. It likes to whisk your dearest friends to the most remote of places. But what luck! Esme is visiting again. Oh, we haven't seen each other in an age. I would love nothing more than to swing the door to my tea shop wide open when she arrives. Oh, we will reminisce for hours, I'm sure.
This can only end well, right? Right? Please? Oh, my shop is very white.
Ah, another lovely day.
We got a customer. Oh, hello. Everything okay?
I will choke that little bogey.
Good morning. Or afternoon. I don't know.
Goodness. Well, that is quite the entrance.
Poor grandma.
Sorry, miss. Can I stay here for a bit?
Of course. Would you like me to brew you some tea while you wait? Tea works wonders for passing the time.
No, sorry. I'm not a tea kind of girl.
Out of my shop. Out of my shop. You know, I am a grandma. A very Very smiley grandma. I think I can ask a stranger what's wrong.
Say, would you care to talk about what's troubling you?
Nothing's troubling me.
The young woman seemed hesitant to speak freely.
I like that the game is fully voice acted. Even the extra text, I like that it's fully voice acted. It's very good for accessibility.
Whatever she's going through feels personal, or even embarrassing.
Right. In any case, you're welcome to stay here as long as you like.
Thank you, miss.
Have I not seen you before?
Maybe you have. I run around the neighborhood every morning.
Hopefully not punching people.
My name's Cassie. Cassie Bones.
What a nice surname. That's so metal. Man, I wish my surname was Bones.
I pass by this street a lot, but I haven't been in here before.
Nice to meet you. I'm Meadows, or Matilda if you like.
My name is Matilda. Okay, that's the perfect grandma name. That's the perfect grandma name is Matilda.
And I get it. Not a tea kind of girl. You'll hear no judgment from me. I wasn't always into tea either.
No, I was always into tea. No.
My schoolmate at the time, Esme, poured me some. I remember it was quite chilly. One cup was just the thing I needed. I've been on the stuff ever since.
And now you run this place. After all that time, huh? That's some serious commitment.
It was a very good tea, even though Earl Grey is not my favorite. I actually don't really like Earl Grey. But when it's a special moment, it tastes better.
Do you have a friend you could say influenced you a lot?
Yeah. Audrey. We sat next to each other all 12 years of school.
Where is she now?
She got accepted at a university in France.
Of course.
I helped her pack. We text every day. If she were here, I wouldn't be bothering you right now, miss.
Oh, not at all, love.
It's my little brother Carlos.
Carlos Bones, let's go.
Pardon?
The reason I'm hiding here, he's caught something from school, a nasty cold or something.
Uh-oh.
And now he's like a sneeze machine.
Yeah, I understand. I'd stay away too. So we need a tea that boosts up your defenses. Some ginger. Some green ginger tea. I get nervous around sick people too. I do. Because I don't really have an immune system. It's kind of redundant. Ask if he's okay. I mean, it's just my butt be just a cold. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I get nervous around sick people too.
I get nervous when I'm sat by someone who's caught something too. Dealing with the flu is never easy, and it doesn't get easier.
Oh yes, some honey would be good.
Gosh, yeah. Last time I caught it, I was bedridden for 2 whole weeks.
Yep.
People always mix up cold and the flu. They're not the same. This is like the worst possible time for me to get sick.
Oh, have you got an essay coming up?
No. I go to LIPA. Heard of them?
No.
The League of Excellence in Athletics and Performing Arts.
Oh. I'm gonna be honest and I'm gonna say no.
No, what is that?
LIPA. It's a government-run program. It started 10 years ago, I think. They take note of school kids with athletic potential. They then offer these kids scholarships and training programs so they can compete both on a national and international scale.
But it's for performing arts too, so what about the theater kids?
You can even join a LIPA program whilst attending college, so you get the best of both worlds. I used to run track back in high school, and LIPA offered me a fully paid training program. They get us in touch with genuine athletes and trained by industry professionals. Not to mention a monthly stipend.
That's lovely.
It is. I can't believe I'm running for a living. I couldn't feel more alive. But we have a big milestone coming up soon. If I catch a cold now, well, at best I'll have to wait for the next milestone. I'd be months behind everyone else.
I see.
I don't know what to do.
You know, no pressure at all. Not all tea is, well, tea.
Tea is medicine.
Ginger is incredible for your immune system.
See? I know my tea. I know my tea. Haha.
Seeing as plus, it has a nice little burn to it.
Sorry. Seeing as you run for... Yeah, it's also good for muscle soreness. I love ginger. It's one of my favorite teas. I like ginger lemon. Especially when I'm sick.
Would you care for some? It's on me.
I don't want to impose.
You can pay me back later.
You can always pay me back. It'll give you an excuse to stop by and avoid your brother some more.
Fair enough. Well, if you're sure, I'd like some ginger tea, please. And thank you.
I got you. Just ginger, though? Just ginger. I'm gonna start with the weather. We all know me. Quite gloomy around here. Chamomile, ginger, 3 leaves. Okay. I grew up here. Yeah, you can bring your dog or cat to my shop for sure. Here you
Your
go.
tea's ready.
Holy, this burns!
Yeah, ginger burns.
But in a good way.
Yeah, it's great.
That's part of its appeal.
Still, I can't believe I never had this before. Thank you.
It's
Ness.
friend friendly, exactly.
Anytime, love.
I made my first cup of tea. I got my first cup of tea. You
Say,
can't see my
those
achievements,
knickknacks you got there look really nice. Where'd you get them from?
so I'm letting you know.
Oh, all over. I travelled quite a bit, and I always liked bringing something back as a reminder. Which one caught your eye the most?
Turtle. In India. Argentina. China, Hangzhou. From Egypt. And this one, Turkey. I'm gonna share the Chinese. Let's share how I got the pot.
I got this in Hangzhou, China. I got lost there, and suddenly I was startled by a stray dog. I froze. I didn't know what to do. Then a boy came by, no older than 10, holding a stick. He waved it at the dog and shooed it away. He looked at me, wearing a look of pride on his face, and beckoned me to follow. He must have sensed I was in distress because he took me to a tea shop run by his parents. Oh, they were so nice. Made me a pot of Dragonwell, a local green tea variety. The tea itself was heavenly. But what really stood out to me...
It is dragon tea.
...was itself. I don't think I'd ever seen cast iron teapots before, and this one in particular was quite striking in its intricate and symmetrical design.
I believe that actually cast iron teapots, I don't know if they're from this part of China specifically, but they're having trouble manufacturing them now. So they're becoming a little rare. Sorry, I had to stretch real fast.
I asked if I could buy it from them, and to my surprise, they offered to let me have it free of charge. Whenever I could find tea, I always found generosity and kindness as well.
Oh, that's wholesome. I know tea and hospitality go hand in hand, but that's on another level. Shame about the dog, though. You're so cool. I wish I walked in here sooner.
I'm very cool. Let's go.
The two spent the rest of the morning in casual conversation. Every so often, the young athlete's laughter would nearly shake the cups off their shelves. Miss Meadows.
I had a classmate in school that was like that. She laughed so loud the whole classroom shook, and I'm not exaggerating. The glasses, the windows would shake. Granted, they were very cheap windows, but you know. The moon? Look, guys, I have a newspaper. I didn't even know. Okay, I think I'm gonna start here and then go down all the way here. Let's start with this one. An avid fan of my poetry painted this for me. Ah, that's so cool. An old man shedding tears. Am I the unlucky one for living long enough to grieve them? My successful poem, I got chestnuts to roast. Honestly? What else do you need? Oh, it's gonna be chestnut season soon. Roasted chestnuts and tea. Here, people usually drink alcohol when they're eating roasted chestnuts, so I never end up drinking anything. Frequent to George, a pub. Shakespeare might have enjoyed a meal there. Where didn't Dickens have a beer? Wow. I wrote this poem while I was still in school, waiting for my friend in the park. You know the rest of the story. Should I read it? Yes. Under bows and gold canaries, branches reaching for their kin. Wishfully I sigh and tarry, waiting for you, your merry grin. Colors jive across the sky as heavens shake their golden plumes. At candy clouds and passerby, the only thing missing is you. Finally, my friend, you've come with you've come, with passing time and glee in tow. Let's turn our sandwiches to crumb, as we laugh at all we know. Away, away, we weigh like hair. Away, away, with truth and dare. Away, away, we're paper thin. Don't wait for your life to begin, because life waits for no one. It's on you to give her chase. So give her chase. The expose that made my career. Oh, I was a journalist. The massive amounts of taxpayer money that Henry Whitmore embezzled. But you caught it. Let's go, Matilda. And on my newspaper and everything. Of course it would be on the Moon newspaper that people would get caught for their crimes. Okay, what about this big painting? The Corinthian Maid by Joseph Wright. It's a recreation. My classmates and I threw a party after we finished secondary school. We had a lot of fun arranging it. I wonder if this is actually someone's school photo from someone's grandma on the team. Ooh. A mirror? I also inherited a mirror from my grandma. It's a handheld mirror though. Are we sure that me and Esme were just friends? Grandma. First year of college. Sorry, I skipped it. Assumpti, okay. Are we sure we were just friends? John Keats. Died off from TB. And I skipped it again. Heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. Exactly. Front lines of a war. Ooh, the Great World War. And this is another one of the journalistic role models. A lunatic. Oh, she was undercover. Okay. Okay, we've seen them all.
As Miss Meadows settled in for a quiet evening, there was a gentle knock on her bedroom door.
Come in.
The nurse entered the room with a confident walk and gave Miss Meadows a brief but chilling glare.
How was your day?
Acceptable.
Oh.
The nurse's face barely moved when she spoke, as if she wore a mask of porcelain.
Oh, she's a replacement for my nurse who had retired.
Your dose, miss.
What was your name again, love?
Plath. Lillian Plath.
Like Sylvia Plath.
Well, nice to meet.
Your dose, miss.
Okay, jeez.
Oh, right. Go on ahead.
Oh, I have... No, I don't want to... I'm not a nurse. Oh. Grandma? Grandma? I'm not a nurse. I have shaky hands. What am I giving, Grandma?
We are done.
Are we? What are we injecting?
Thank you, dear.
She has a bad Saint manner of a glacier.
Fancy some tea for your trouble?
No.
Okay.
Well, I hope you change your mind someday. I have quite a wide selection and...
Good night.
What is all this?
The nurse was pointing at a journal and a pile of papers on Miss Meadows' desk, full of scribbles and ink stains.
This? Oh, this is where I write.
Right, what?
Poetry.
Oh, it's just an old hobby of mine. I like writing poetry, you see.
Ah,
God, this nurse is a bit too much like me. That's why I'm not a nurse, you know?
I wouldn't dare say I'm good at it, but...
That and I have
enjoy it
wobbly hands.
nonetheless. I got my first one framed by the staircase. It has great sentimental value to me.
I have to go.
Oh, do take care, and thank you.
Bye-bye. Oh, please say goodbye, damn! Hi! She stopped on the stairs, okay. Oh, now I just don't care if they liked it or not. I just hope that they liked it. I'm just glad to be alive. Oh, now we get to write. Okay. It's not your last one, Grandma. I'm with you now. That makes you immortal. I wish. Draw inspiration from the people I meet every day. Being inspired by people will give me my writing a more heartfelt backbone, I hope. I need to remember that once I choose a mood, I can't change my mind, otherwise I'll never finish writing. Tell me about it. Let's see, that runner earlier today sure knows how to linger in one's mind. I think she embodies youth more, yeah. Leave a thought in every heart you happen by. As sea so fondly stays, the blah blah blah, it's in. Be warm that lingers on the fingers held high. The smilest kindness lets their tale, blah blah blah. Stains the cup and begin. The smileless kindness can lets their tail pot. That would be funny. Alright, I wrote 2 words, time to go to bed. Good night.
I should go to bed now.
That night, Miss Meadows had a dream. It felt so tangible and slow, as if the air were thick as honey. In that dream, she navigated a dreamscape facsimile of her own home. Suddenly, she was confronted by an aberrant stranger. The stranger had no distinguishing feature, which in itself is not odd. However, it had no face. From hair to chin,
I mean, it had no
was bare
distinguishing
as
feature.
smooth marble. Paralyzed with fear,
I
Miss
can't
Meadows
believe
could do
Grandma
nothing
met
but stare.
Slenderman though.
And the featureless stranger stared back. The distress of this faceless horror shook Miss Meadows wide awake. As she woke, Her dream did that cunning thing all dreams do, made itself forgotten.
I hate that. I hate because sometimes I have very good ideas for writing in my dreams, but I have to type them like half asleep, so most of the time it looks like someone drunk texting, and I'm typing to myself, so I don't while I'm dreaming, because I can lucid dream or whatever it's called. So I'm still I have the muscle memory on my fingers to type on my phone.
By the time Miss Meadows was wide awake and out of her bed, the dream was gone, and the stranger with it.
Remember how Esme encouraged me to write after I showed her my first poem? She helped me overcome my fear of showing my writing to others. I started writing more poetry, then got into prose. And not long after school, I became a news columnist. My old typewriter's still around here somewhere. At first, I only did local news, nothing too important. Then I went national and lived in London for a while. There, I wrote the exposé of the decade. That news story I broke is still talked about today. I'm so proud of it, I got it framed on my wall. One success led to another, and soon enough, I was sent to report on events across the world. I remember every city I've been to. All that because I waited for her on that Friday at the park. Someone else might have gotten fed up and left, or gone to bed quite sour about being stood up.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to type while I'm technically asleep. Like I said, it sometimes I'm deciphering the hieroglyphs of what I wrote. Sometimes I'm like, what the hell did I mean? I don't. Sometimes I just lose it because I was like, okay, what does this word mean? What language? What language? And then there's also that. What language did I mean while I was writing this? Was I typing it in Portuguese? Was I typing it in English? Was I typing it in German? What was I thinking of? What?
But I think it helped temper me into the patient woman I am today. Esme was right back then. The good things in life are worth waiting for.
If something happens to Esme, I'm gonna be very upset.
Miss Meadows was used to customers walking right in and hearing that bell jingle as they do. What she did not expect to hear, however, was a knock.
Is that knocking? That's odd. It's open. Come in.
You all right?
Are you alright? You're the one knocking at a shop's door.
Welcome, young man. You didn't have to knock. The sign did say open.
But, miss, your business looks so much like a home, I felt it too bold to just waltz in.
Sure.
How perceptive of you. It is my house. I just turned this floor into a tea shop is all. I thought people might find it more relaxing that way.
It certainly is. Nevertheless, I shall
Ooh,
treat
I
your
like his
quiet
music,
space
though.
as if I were a guest in your good abode.
Nobody talks like that, though.
By all means. Are you sure you don't want to put down your backpack?
Backpack is not quite the term.
Yeah, that's camping. backpack. That's a big one.
The bulk of the young man's baggage peeked over his head like a jagged mountain looming over a mustachioed hill. Man-sized
The
freight
mustachioed
was
hill.
perhaps more appropriate.
No need. I got quite used to it.
I mean, can you sit on a chair with that?
Though I will be sitting down, so that my luggage no longer tries to introduce me to the floor.
As long as you're comfortable. Tea?
Yes, please. Earl Grey. Extra strong.
Oh no. See, let's go back. Earl Grey, I can tolerate it. If it's not very strong. Because then it just has the bitterness of coffee because it's a very caffeine heavy tea. Like, it's like what street tea people drink to wake up. It's Earl Grey. Instead of coffee. So yeah, he just made a choice that I would never make.
Coming right up.
Just Earl Grey. Let's go. Okay, I just have to let it into the end. Have you been to town before? Oh no, it's your first time. You have a favorite beverage? Tea, coffee, ginger beer. You want some biscuits? Alright.
Here we are.
Much obliged.
The bespectacled man made no effort to hide the wave of relief and contentment that washed over him as he took a long sip.
This is simply splendid.
I mean, there are better teas. That's all I'm saying. Do we have jasmine? I didn't notice.
I haven't
Jasmine
had tea
is
this
my
good since my
favorite.
trip to Kulukumalai.
Oh my. You've been to Kalukamalai too?
Have I ever? The region of Kerala was where I did my seminal paper on langur ethology.
I will pretend that I know what that is. What is langur?
What's a langur?
Oh, right. They're a species
Oh, they're
of monkey
monkeys!
native to the Indian subcontinent. Very graceful. They can leap
I don't think
great
there are any
distances and possess a
monkeys in
rather
Britain,
long
though.
tail.
Maybe in the zoo.
Just a good hike from the renowned tea farms. Those playful creatures would
Also,
huddle together
imagine
sunbathe
going to India
and
to
spend the
drink
night
Earl
mooning one
Grey.
another atop the canopy.
Couldn't be me.
But come morning, they go into a feeding frenzy where they spread out over the blue speckled Nilgiri hills. Langurs avoid each other during the day, for competition over fruit could be so fierce it stands a good chance of escalating to a full-blown brawls. As if they hadn't been cozying up to each other just the last evening, and would have done so again every night. Oh, I imagine, looking at this behavior from above in a time-lapse manner, it would look like as if the hills were breathing monkeys.
That's scary. That's scary. That's a scary image.
The man was simply transported. Miss Meadows was amused by his infectious passion.
You paint a very vivid picture, Mr.
Adam Oleander, PhD.
Then it's Doctor.
Dr. Adam Oleander.
Ah.
Apologies. I will address you properly then. Doctor.
I think I'm gonna have to remember people's names because the names don't show as they are. Like, it's the Doctor, it's not Adam Oleander.
That's kind of you. It's a useful thing to have in an emergency.
A PhD?
If the emergency involves involved a charging gorilla or thieving baboons.
Yeah.
My goodness, you're a riot, Doctor.
Forgive my rudeness.
He's always monkeying
Miss-
around. But sorry, I had to.
Meadows.
Miss Meadows, I recall you suddenly adding a 2 to your Kulukumalai inquiry. Have you visited?
I have. Apparently, I got a turtle from there.
Oh, it was a long time ago. I was reporting on tea farms there. I was a journalist, you see.
I am in the presence of an esteemed truth seeker then, and a woman with taste to boot.
Oh, how sweet of you. Kulukumalai is where I source my tippy golden first grade leaves. They are simply incomparable.
Ah, I had a sense this was a pot of bergamot-infused TG Fok 1. Truly remarkable.
What noise was that? What?
If only more tea shops around here were so committed to quality.
Well, you are always welcome here, Doctor.
I am overjoyed to hear that. However, I'm not staying long, I'm afraid. I'm only staying in England for another week or so. Conferences and so on.
Is this town an actual town in Britain?
Oh, I used to
Midman?
love conferences. Getting a press badge made me feel special.
Keen in knowledge we are. Did you find journalism rewarding?
Oh, was it ever? I struggled at the start, for sure. There was an expectation in that industry to comply with certain messaging, shall we say. Unfortunately for them, I never liked being told what to do. I was even fired for it once.
Goodness.
But then I made my big break. It was validating to see that holding on to my principles, painful as it was worth it.
And what principles are those?
The truth must be revealed exactly as you find it, without embellishments for anyone's benefit.
With that, I must concur. Some members of the scientific community were found accused of misconduct, similar to what you say you were expected to commit. They are desperate enough for accolades that they fake data or twist it to serve their needs.
Yeah, that happens a lot in academia.
It causes more harm than good. Pure selfishness is what it comes down to.
Precisely.
But please, continue. How does your career relate to your journey with tea?
Well, after my big news story, you see, I was getting requests to cover news all over the Isles. And later on, the rest of the world.
Might
That's
as
how I
well
got to know tea so
investigate
intimately,
tea.
by flying around and trying all sorts.
I have no doubt
From-
that it's all practical.
If you were looking at this through a very cynical lens, you'd think that someone tried to silence her because she exposed that other dude for, corruption and embellishment. And then she set off to investigate around the world tea and write it for the newspaper. If you're very cynical, you can see as someone, demoting her, air quotes.
Oh, that's sweet of you to say, Doctor. Say, the conference you're here for, what's it about anyway?
English monkeys. In Gibraltar.
Oh, that? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. You'll think I'm having a laugh.
Oh my god, please tell me it's actually English monkeys.
No, please, go on. I won't.
Well, if you insist. I am here to attend a conference on recent discoveries on type 2 diabetes.
Oh. That's no monkey business, that's sad. Let me guess, monkeys are also getting diabetes. Oh no!
In domesticated form.
Oh no, the monkeys are getting diabetes! We need to stop. We need to stop. We need to stop. We need to leave this planet. We've given the monkeys diabetes.
A scientist conference here in Midsmouth? That makes me so happy. This town is
I know
a lot
that
more
pets can
lively
get
now than
diabetes.
back in my day.
It's not very often that my career brings me to this part of the country, and I am glad it did.
Pardon me for asking, but your research seemed more focused on wild animals rather than pets.
Well, you see, Grandma. Some people are crazy. And they're not happy enough to get like a chinchilla or a dog as a pet. Some people have monkeys as pets.
Keen of you to notice. You see, I'm not so much interested in pet diabetes myself, heartbreaking as it is. But if you must know, I do have ulterior motives.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean? Ulterior motives in diabetes? What?
You see, the board at my institute will be attending. Loath I am to admit, those jackanapes get the final
Hey,
say
Branson.
on which research team gets funding, and how much.
Oh. You're just here for getting attention.
A big say, that is. And they don't seem to find my kind of research quite so fashionable as to deserve any more funding.
Oh, well, I'm sorry they're giving you trouble.
No, it's quite alright. This is not the first time they blocked my funding, and it will not be the last. My attendance at this conference is precisely because I wish to persuade them to reconsider. It worked before, and it will again.
I admire your enthusiasm.
I hope it goes well, dude, but I don't know.
Besides, the world's not got much to lose if I don't get my funding. People's lives don't get any better for having known the circadian rhythm of lowland gorillas, or the play habits of young capuchins.
I mean, there are people that would improve their life. Like you would be very happy to know that. That would improve your life. Also, you would earn a salary for that.
Miss Meadows sighed empathetically. She could hear the man's passion for what he does being stifled by something deeper. The awkward silence clung to the walls like mold. Miss Meadows knew she had to do something.
More biscuits? Would you want more biscuits? I'm gonna be assertive. I'm a grandma. I can be assertive.
In that case, you should really give it to them. Be
Hey, Toaster.
assertive.
Huh.
They represent a funding body for research. You are a researcher. By all rights, that money is yours.
I see where you're coming from, but these matters require a bit of delicacy. If they reject my proposal this time, there's nothing I can do.
Then make your proposal very difficult to reject. From what I hear, you put yourself in a great deal of danger to document your discoveries. You put blood and sweat into a pursuit you deeply care about. Make that passion plainly visible, the same way you did telling me about your work just now. They can't say no to that. Assuming they're not pocketing that money for themselves.
Yeah, assuming that, indeed.
No, they wouldn't.
You sure?
consider your approach.
Well, Doctor, the way I see it, were it not for your research, you and I would not be having this delightful conversation. And if I still had it in me to travel, I would have loved to join you on your expeditions.
Actually, I wouldn't because monkeys kind of creep me out. They're too much like us. I'm sorry. I'm good without the monkeys near me. The monkeys can exist, just not nearby.
See? That's one old person's life you've made better already.
Oh, miss, you're far too kind. I've been meaning to ask. You have quite the menagerie gathered on that shelf back there.
These are my little treasures. Do any of them stand out to you in particular?
Guess I should talk about the turtle because it's from India.
Let's see if I can recall that folktale. A terrible drought was looming, one that would threaten to drain a great lake. The fishes and the frogs sensed this and began migrating down the river lest they be trapped. However, the tortoise stubbornly refused to leave, proclaiming, "The lake is my only home, as it was my mother's and her mother before her." Soon the drought came, and the lake was dried and barren. The tortoise burrowed, biding her time, waiting for the drought to end. It just so happened that a Buddhist aspirant was gathering clay nearby. He struck the earth with his spade, accidentally shattering the tortoise's shell.
Oh no!
Fatally wounded, the tortoise said with her dying breath,
Oh!
"I wish I had left. I wish I had followed the river with everyone else. But here I lay, broken, in my mother's home and her mother before her." The aspirant took the remains of the tortoise to his followers and shared with them what happened. He hoped they would learn what the tortoise had learned all too late. We have legs, not roots. When life beckons you, you either move on and flourish, or stay put and wilt. Some people believe this is why tortoises and turtles have a shattered pattern on their shells.
I know this story, and yet it brings tears to my eyes every time. But since it lived in a lake, it was most likely a terrapin, not a tortoise. Just saying. This makes me want to start a collection of my own.
The two enjoyed each other's company over tea for a good while. It wasn't until near sundown when the scientist decided to take his leave. Miss Meadows closed shop and went to her room for the evening.
No, we've read them all, so let's go to bed. Okay. She's just in my room like an entity.
The stern-looking nurse had not said a word since her timely arrival. She wore the same expressionless face like it was part of her uniform. But Miss Meadows would not be so easily deterred. She was determined to be her friend.
Let's go, Grandma.
So, how was your day?
It was a day.
Fine.
That's nice. I had an interesting day myself. Curious young man stopped by for tea. Quite an avid scientist he is.
Is he?
My, yes. He studied langur behavior, monkeys that fight during the day and snuggle together at night.
So humans. See, they're too much like us. The monkeys cannot be trusted.
And they happen to live quite close to one of the world's most famous tea farms.
Okay.
The nurse's lack of interest could preserve perishables.
Okay, never mind. This
Miss
girl is not
Meadows
like
rallied,
me.
However,
Listen, I may be a bit spooked of monkeys, but I would be delighted to hear some monkey facts.
she was not going to let the young lady get away with being broody 2 nights in a row.
See, you're the artistic type, aren't you? I've got a feeling you express yourself through some medium, yes?
I did.
Not anymore?
No, I practiced the violin, but
Hmm?
I grew out of it.
They say it's like riding a bicycle, playing music. You never forget how to do it. Is that true?
I'm guessing she doesn't even have a violin anymore.
I wouldn't know. I never got back to it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Your dose, miss.
Oh, okay. I don't wanna... What am I giving her? Oh god. This is not a game, it's just me. I have shaky hands.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Another night, and Miss Meadows had to admit defeat. Cracking that egg will take more than just casual conversation. The old lady wondered to herself why she was so determined to get the nurse to be more sociable. Did she miss the previous nurse, who was much chattier? Did she feel the current nurse's guardedness was her own fault somehow? Or did she feel lonely at night when customers were not there to keep her company? Somewhere, out in the night, low heels stomped away on a damp pavement. After sitting in silence for a brief time, Miss Meadows decided to get back to writing her poem.
He's a very curious person. I wandered, blank, where silence held its breath, my thoughts of you like lanterns in the dark. When asked to blank of you, I did at length, until my throat dried up and turned to blank. I wandered paths, where silence held its breath. My thoughts of you like lanterns in the dark. When asked to speak of you, I did at length, until my throat dried up and turned to bark. Liebestrauma. Oh god.
There are perks to living as long as I have. One such perk is that you get to be a living witness to many events, both great and terrible.
Mostly terrible, let's be for real.
School children would be yawning through history class, but to you, it's not history. How could it be? You were there. A living, moving collage in your head. One you get to relive with verisimilitude, real as the day it happened. Some say longing for the old days holds you back. That nostalgia keeps you looking backwards and denies you the joy of living in the moment, like eyes glued to a television, missing out on all the life going on outside the window, as if such a thing would be an act of sacrilege to those older and thereby worthier memories. But I much rather think I've seen plenty. I've earned a bit of telly time.
Jelly time!
Miss Meadows felt energized this morning.
I'm just safe. I haven't saved yet.
The arrival of her dearest friend, Esme, was drawing near.
Let's go! If something happens to Esme, I'm gonna be so sad. I don't even know her.
She swept the floors, tidied the tables, and was ready for a new day. And what better way to start one than with a fond and familiar face?
Morning, Matilda.
Oh, Ollie. You all right?
Yeah. You?
I'm all right. You know, I was wondering when you would stop by. I haven't seen you in a month or so.
Sorry about that. You know, kids. Grandkids.
Oh, yeah. How's Aisha?
Wears me out still. Hard to believe she's turning 20 soon.
Well, you knew what you signed up for, having another kid that late, Ollie?
I know.
Their mutual laughter had a warmth to it, like a comforting memory. They knew each other better than any two friends could.
What's new with you?
I like his voice a lot.
Well, you know, Esme's coming to Midsmouth for a visit. Oh, it'll be lovely to catch up.
Esme's coming?
Something has happened to Esme, hasn't it? Something has happened to Esme.
Yeah,
Did she call you?
as a matter of fact, she did. Shortly after you left last week, she said she's staying for a month, visiting family. What's wrong, Ollie? I thought you two were close as well.
Oh, it's nothing.
The old man dodged the question with little finesse.
Maybe he had a crush on her.
She recalled that Ollie had an awkwardness about the subject ever since Esme got that job overseas. Thinking better of the matter, Miss Meadows decided to drop it.
Would you like the usual?
Oh, yes, please.
Green tea coming up.
Green tea, 2 leaves. And here you go, your tea.
My goodness, Matilda.
Oliver smiled widely after his first sip. Miss Meadows could see his tensions melting away.
Nobody makes it like you do. So, what's new with you?
I'm writing another one. I think you'll like it.
Are you? That's brilliant. Your last poem was really thought-provoking.
To look in a mirror. Oh, I don't know what you liked in that one. When I was done with it, it took all I had not to scrap it. But you insisted that I didn't.
I couldn't let you. That poem was a gem. You touched on introspection, a subject that's dear to me.
Okay, I gotta look up something. I gotta look up something. 1 second. Where it's here. Okay. Yeah, it's very familiar, isn't it? That's what I'm looking up. His voice is very familiar, isn't it? They had a news. Wait. With the voice actors. Yeah, Riddler related news. He's the narrator from Disco Elysium. He's the narrator from Disco Elysium. That's why it's so familiar, and I love it so much. It's Linval Brown. There we go. I knew the voice.
The most sincere kind of growth only comes from acknowledging what we see in our reflection. You made the abstract tangible, a mirror, a bit on the nose, but so understated.
So good. His voice is so good.
Oh, don't remind me.
This is the person that could read me a phone book.
Come on now. You said it yourself. You can look away, or you can confront what you see. We tend to be so focused on surviving the outside that we forget to look within. Your inner self is a child. Neglected, it becomes unrecognizable. If you look in the mirror and see someone else looking back, know that it is still you, warped by years of inaction. That's what you wrote, isn't it? Blunt as it was, how could that poem not move me?
Miss Meadows tried not to smile too brightly.
Wait, I'll tell you. I'll tell you as well. Boop. 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 Miss Meadows is Bethan Dixon Bate. She is in Baldur's Gate 3, Silent Hill Downpour, and Vermintide.
She would not admit it, but she enjoyed being quoted from time to time.
Oh, Oliver, you're too kind.
So, tell me, what's your next poem going to be about?
My customers.
I decided to get my inspiration for this one directly from people who come here to my shop. You should have met the interesting people who came in the last few days, Oliver.
Oh yeah,
Well, there weren't that many customers, if I'm being honest. But the ones who came by were quite distinct. One was an aspiring athlete, the other a scientist.
a scientist here in Midsmouth?
That's what I said.
What sort of scientist?
Monkey scientist and ethologist.
He said he was an ethologist.
What's that?
A wild animal behavior, apparently.
What animals? This town isn't exactly a teen wilderness.
Ollie is very... oh, animals here.
Oh, he's not
Hey,
here
Squid.
for research, just attending a conference.
We have conferences here too.
I said that too. Gosh, I wish you were there. I felt I could learn a lot just listening to them talk about their lives. And they love what they do. I find people like that inspiring.
You're pulling out all the stops now, aren't you?
I am. I feel like I have to.
What do you mean?
Well, let's be real, Oliver. I'm not getting any younger.
Oliver looked like he was going to contest that statement. To say she's wrong, to laugh it off, to proclaim she's got plenty more left in her. A conversation they've had many
Aww.
times over.
No, Grandma is gonna live forever. She's got me now. I have superpowers, actually.
Instead, he decided to take her mind off of that grim tangent.
Does your new poem have a title yet?
No, I've yet to come up
I
with
am
one.
awful with titles.
Well, you better finish it, because I want to be the first to read it.
Meadows' gloom ceded to the warmth of gratitude.
You most certainly will be.
She hoped the conversation would organically return to the subject of Esme, but it never came to be. Next time, she told herself. For now, she simply enjoyed Oliver's company, as she had when they first met, many years ago.
Oh, we don't recall any souvenirs today. Yeah, I think the thing for her. And okay, we can just go upstairs today. Good.
Miss Meadows decided to seize this opportunity to chisel away at the ice wall once more.
Thank you for coming in so often. I hope it's not out of the way for you.
It is not. I live nearby.
Well, that's good. You're welcome in my tea shop.
I don't like tea.
You know, I had a customer the other day who said the same thing.
A young woman.
She was this young woman, no more than college age. If souls emitted light, hers would be glowing like a star. She said she was not a tea kind of girl, but I changed her mind. Mind you, I cheated. I gave her ginger, which isn't really tea.
It is tea! Sure, it's not usually just ginger tea, it's ginger and something else, but it is tea, Grandma!
But a win is a win, I suppose. Anyway, you can't knock tea until you try it. And don't judge tea by the dust bags they sell in grocery stores. They're the lowest quality you can get. You've got to try the real thing.
Miss, I have had real tea before. It's not for me. Do you want your meds now?
No, I want them later, at 3 a.m. Come back.
All right.
Plath gave Miss Meadows a long once-over, head to toes. Before Miss Meadows could ask what it was about, the nurse was already leaving without a word.
What a gal. I get it, being depressed and whatnot, but damn. Angry. Yeah, I think she's very angry. She's like me when I worked at the post office. Be wary, words are blank of war, and just as much as they've beauty on their own, they blank and make imagination soar. In equal height, they cut right through the blank. Words are implements of war. They charm and make imagination soar. In equal height, weight, they cut right to the bone. Own? Bone? I think it rhymes. Oh, she's Blackith. Okay.
Years ago, I remember looking in the mirror and barely recognizing myself. Is this me now? Asked a confused voice in my head, quite loudly. You don't see the creases on your face slowly settling in. They get the jump on you. In a way, they're a welcome change, once you get used to them. Some say the crow's feet are signs of having cultivated profound wisdom. But I've met plenty of fools my age.
I'm not even that old, but yeah.
Wrinkles are not a sign of wisdom. They only signify that you had a chance to stop being a fool. Whether or not you did is another matter, revealed only when you open your mouth to speak. Besides, what good is wisdom? You can make anything sound wise if you phrase it right.
Grandma is really getting to the deep thoughts.
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
But no, not me. I'd much rather be kind than wise.
You can be both. You don't have to be just one thing. I think if you're truly wise, you're kind by design.
The pang of melancholy brought about by Miss Meadows' reflections this morning lingered in her mind like an unwelcome guest. It didn't help that the few customers that came and went were all in a rush to go about their day, and not one was in a talkative mood. That was until a jolly, mustachioed face burst through the tea shop door.
Miss Meadows.
It's back! He's back, monkey! Doctor!
Oh, Doctor!
Adam.
Good to see you again. You seem to be in a good mood.
Am I ever? You'll never guess what happened.
They got you the funding.
You got the grant.
I got the grant!
He got the grant!
Those stuffy bureaucrats never knew what hit him. I marched right up to the head of grants, one Mr. Huxley, and demanded my due. I rattled off my accomplishments and reminded him what a loss to the scientific community his folly would cost. By the end of it, he was speechless. But my heart sank when security came.
Oh my!
He stopped them and said there was nothing for them to worry about. He was apparently moved by my passion.
Let's go!
He then promised to wire the funds to my team. I still have to send in my official proposal, as I'm confident it will go through this time.
That's marvellous! Oh, well, congratulations. I'm really happy for you.
Thank you, miss. It was a hard-fought battle. Ah, what a joy it is! I get to continue my research again.
What about the conference? Wasn't it about...
Oh, yes, the conference. Fascinating
Who
stuff,
cares?
Miss Meadows, the man seemed perturbed for someone celebrating a great success. Determined that the doctor may be hiding something, Miss Meadows gently prodded the topic.
Are you looking forward to your next expedition?
Of course I am.
Where will it take you?
Well, given the success of my recent publications on primate behavior, I decided to continue further down that line. Next, baboons.
Not the baboons.
Oh my. Aren't they dangerous?
Normally, yes. Vicious little creatures have canines nearly 2 inches long, and they are not afraid to use them. But not this troop of baboons I found. They are a treasure trove of novel animal behavior, very different.
How so?
To put it simply, baboons exemplify the survival of the fittest slogan. The big, strong male gets all the females. However, a recent unintended consequence of human intervention led to a radical change in their lifestyle.
Now it's the women that are leading the baboons.
You see, in a nearby town, regular folk received a large stock of meat that was found to be contaminated, unfit for consumption. They delegated its disposal to a truck driver who dumped the whole pile in the savannah. I thought hyenas might come running, so I hid. These baboons found it first, however. Because of the nature of their hierarchy, the biggest ones take all. Only they got to eat from the meat, and they guarded it fiercely, even after they were full.
Sounds like old-fashioned greed to me.
It was, but that was also their downfall.
Yeah, because they were eating rotten meat.
The bullies suffered agonizing symptoms
Yeah.
of intestinal infection and died quickly. The remainder of the troop were too suspicious of the meat to approach it.
They could tell.
Oh my, yes. Don't let their antics fool you. Apes are quite smart. Relatively speaking, of course. Most other animals, save for corvids maybe, would have been next in line at the death buffet. But let me get to the exciting part. With the death of the big burly apes, the troop's hierarchy had been dismantled. Not only was there a notable reduction in infighting, but their rudimentary community became much more monogamous.
So, kill the bullies. Profit. Everyone gets a girlfriend.
Over the course of the year I've watched them, they were the most cooperative, least combative apes I'd ever seen.
So, we just have to feed bad people rotten meat. And then we'll all have a girlfriend.
Isn't that something?
Could this translate to human behavior? I mean...
Are you suggesting this could translate to human behavior?
Of course not. Not in a prescriptive sense, anyway. My work is merely descriptive. I see, I write. Just because one animal species behaved in a certain way, it
Not
doesn't
even a
necessarily
species,
reflect-
this was a group.
Putting any similarities aside, I study animal behavior for its own sake, not to find some way for us to learn from it.
You'll have to admit there must be some overlap there. We too have traditions we would be better off without, and the only reason we keep them around is because we were taught to.
That thought crossed my mind. Had it not been for the truck driver, this troop of apes would have been just like any other. The fact they did not return to their old way of life after the death of their leaders suggests they never wanted to live that way to begin with. Or at least were discontent living that way to some degree. But it remains the case that they never tried to overthrow them at any point. It took a freak accident and a confluence of bizarre circumstances to land them at this new fork in the road.
Maybe if this sudden change in behavior happened elsewhere, it could be a pattern.
As a matter of fact, it has. In Cayo Santiago, a tropical island inhabited entirely by rhesus monkeys, temperatures are high, and so were tensions. The apes there fought over shade to avoid the heat, and so were viciously protective of their personal space. Sunstrokes were an ever-present threat, and so shade was a rare resource on that island.
We need to find the little hats for the monkeys.
A hurricane razed half of the island, removing the majority of its trees. You would think
Oh,
the apes
no!
there would fight even more fiercely over shade after that.
No, but they turn to empathy, right?
But the opposite happened. They became less prickly about sharing the limited space and more social
Yeah.
as a result. We, humankind that is, were never keen on staying in unfavorable circumstances for too long. We always end up trying to change them, by force if necessary, or leaving them behind for greener pastures, whereas animals typically wait for a serious shake-up in their routine before exhibiting any change of heart.
Maybe an ape with a revolutionary spirit is yet to be born.
I would very much like to be there to see it myself. Then again, I've seen the big apes, before they died from eating that bad meat, charging headfirst to protect their troop from a starving leopard. The rest of the troop were too terrified to do anything.
I see. So while they no longer live under a hierarchy where the strongest get all, they're now vulnerable to predators.
Indeed. Say, what would you prefer to live under? A harsh ruler that keeps you safe, or a kind society that could be mauled to death at any moment?
That doesn't apply though, because we are not as unprotected as animals, especially with what we've done to a lot of species on the planet. If the society is kind, I would not be mauled to death at any time. Because someone would probably be there and look out for me and take me to a hospital or something.
If you were a baboon, that is.
If I was a baboon.
I never had to picture that before. Well, I don't know about baboons, but I've seen my share of tyrannical rulers. And they provide safety, certainly. But is losing your freedom worth
Not just
it?
your freedom. People
I
just like to
don't
say,
think
"Oh, would
so.
you look your freedom, your freedom." It's not just your freedom. It's just you being able to exist in some cases.
We don't know if the surviving apes in that troop are unable to fend for themselves, if that leopard ever returned.
Point taken. They just might be able to.
Oh, where are my manners? I'm very sorry, Doctor. I was so taken by this conversation, I almost forgot I ran a tea shop. Would you like some Earl Grey again?
Oh, not this time. I must say, arguing with the people at the conference has still left me quite anxious.
Some chamomile?
I'd really like something to calm my nerve. Floral, preferably.
Coming right up, Doctor.
Some chamomile? Yeah, but chamomile isn't bitter. Lavender would also... No. Well, lavender is more sleep. Soothing pain. I've actually never drank rose tea. That seems very fancy. Seems like I only have chamomile, yeah. Chamomile is not bitter though. 4 leaves. An interpreter for the baboons? Hey, Pidgey. Okay, he likes all the countries. How do you feel about matcha?
Ah, chamomile. And brewed to perfection. I can feel the anxious particles disintegrating with every sip. Thank you, miss.
You're welcome. It's one of my
You're
favorites.
most welcome. Every time I feel a touch
So,
of
my
restlessness,
favorite teas are
chamomile soothes
jasmine,
me like nothing else.
chamomile, and peppermint. I've actually also never drank lavender tea. I've never drank rose or lavender. Because lavender, I usually just light a candle, or I used to have a plushie that had a lavender scent to help me sleep. But so I never actually like drank lavender tea to sleep.
You are as shrewd a businesswoman as you are a tea maker.
The doctor's eyes wandered to the...
Would you mind if I asked you a question?
Not at all.
You seem like a well-travelled woman.
Being a journalist took me places, certainly.
Do you regret it?
Lavender hot chocolate. Yeah, I don't think I would like it as a tea. I like the smell, but I don't think I would like to drink it. Especially because I have such a relation with the lavender smell. I can bath stuff, my plushie. I don't think I would like to drink it if it's still that fragrant.
Why do you ask?
Well, you see, I love what I do, truly. A dream come true and all that faff. Not many could claim to have been a few inches away from a snow leopard in the wild and survived to tell about it. However, I must admit, I sometimes wonder what my life would have been like if I had instead, settled down.
I mean, she only settled down now.
Wake up, commute to work, earn an honest crust.
Your crust is still honest.
Do my part for society, then be home for supper. Never worrying about missing a connecting flight, forgetting equipment at the hotel, or getting bitten by a black mamba.
Yeah, I would also not like to get bit by a black mamba. I'd not like to get bit by anything, to be quite fair, but I'd be extra scared.
I love what I do. I feel free as a bird. But what if I'm a tree? Trees have no business being airborne.
You crave stability, then?
Well, maybe. I'm not quite sure what I want. On one hand, there is something comforting about familiarity. Routine, like an old friend.
Mm-hmm. I feel that as well.
But on the other hand, I feel I wouldn't be as interesting if I had stayed in one place.
Not just being as interesting, I do need some different stuff happening sometimes.
Being a citizen of the world,
Because then I
I've
just
seen
run on
more
autopilot
pretty
and
people
I
more
don't
than most of my
I
peers
don't
ever
see that
could
time has
if they had a
passed.
whole year's worth of vacations.
And being interesting is something that matters to you.
Of course, I would hate to be a bore.
Then you do you still care about actually knowing that stuff, or is it just to look good in front of other people.
I would hate to tell the same old stories to the same old people who are there to see it for themselves anyway. Meaning no offense, of course.
But that doesn't apply to her story at all, though.
None taken. I hadn't taken you for the sort of person who had put much stock in how he was perceived by others. Not that that's inherently bad. I travelled a lot because my job in the press necessitated it. But I took that job to begin with for a purely selfish motive. I wanted to see the world, all of it, with my own eyes, or as much as I could at least. The places I'd been, the people I'd met, the memories I still carry with me. It was worth it just for that.
Okay, Uncle Harrow.
Being able to talk about it with equally well-travelled people such as yourself is a nice bonus. So no, Doctor, I do not regret the years I spent travelling, and I hope you don't either.
You have given me much to digest. Say, tell me more about those memorabilia you've got over there.
Which one do you want to know about this time?
Tell me about these. The calabash gourds.
Oh, I was given these as a gift from a kind family I stayed with in Posadas. I was there looking into an important lead on a news story I was writing. One time, their little daughter asked me what I was doing. I told her I was writing the news. With wide eyes, she pointed at a newspaper on the table and asked if I meant that. I said yes. Oh, she was so excited to know more. I was asked so many questions, I couldn't get anything done that day. But I loved her enthusiasm and enjoyed sating her curiosity. She brought over some sherba and we drank it together from the same mate, the gourd cup. It was a strange experience at first, sharing a straw with someone, but it meant a lot to her. I got used to it, eventually. For the rest of our stay, she would sit with me while I wrote and played with my typewriter whenever I wasn't looking. Before I left, she offered me her mate to take home with me. I thought it was the sweetest gesture. I'd already bought a mate before, but I simply couldn't turn her down. So I
Aww.
ended up with two. Even though these two objects are identical, one of them is that much more significant, simply because of the memories that come with it.
Yeah.
That is simply adorable. I hope she followed in your footsteps, miss. Well, I must be off. A pleasure as always, miss.
The scientist's departure was bittersweet. It felt like there was something left unsaid. Miss Meadows hoped he would come back again.
Aww.
Nurse Plath. To Miss Meadows' utter lack of surprise, she did not say so much as a hello. Without much pomp or circumstance, she got right to work. Miss Meadows thought to herself, the poor woman must have had a bad day. She couldn't let her go without at least some light conversation.
You know that young gentleman I told you about?
Monkeys, yes.
Yes, him. Anyway, he had some trouble with his science grant. People he worked for wouldn't give him the money he needed, so he fought to get it back. And he did. Good man. I'm so happy for him. You ask me, those bosses of his might be keeping some of those science funds for themselves. If I still had it in me, I'd look into them myself. Show them some well-deserved comeuppance. I used to be a journalist, you know.
The nurse said nothing. but an audible low-register scraping could be heard from her direction. She was clenching her jaw, teeth grinding like cogs in an old clock tower.
You all right, love?
Suddenly, the nurse...
Goodness. I wonder what got her worked up.
Bestie, what's wrong with you? You can't treat people that way. I walk walled blank where once we dreamed with glee. Their lamplights flickered at her youthful pluck. As birds desire blank, did we? A world to see until we're out of blank. I walk the world boulevards. No? I think boulevards is better for a poem. Their lamps flickered at our youthful pluck as birds desire. Trails? Traveling? Birds desire traveling, did we? A world without window of luck? I would have used Boulevard.
This morning, a familiar dream shook me wide awake.
Why am I in a church?
Funnily, it was about school.
Oh, not a church.
I heard the top cause of recurring nightmares is primary education, globally.
Yeah.
Used to be that war caused the most bad dreams, but I suppose we live in such peaceful times that school is the next worst thing.
Excuse you?
Anyway, in this dream, Esme and I got singled out by Mrs. O'Hare.
Miss Meadows, just because you don't have war at your door doesn't mean that other people are not going through it.
She had us do a quiz with burlap sacks over our heads so that we could barely see the questions. When I took the sack off my head and tried to confront Miss O'Hare...
Also, teachers used to brochure kids in school, yeah.
The featureless stranger staring back. I'd forgotten all about that face. I knew I'd seen it before. Did I? Oh, nobody liked Mrs. O'Hare. She was vindictive. The kind of teacher even parents feared. Still, when I heard she'd passed away, I went to her funeral. Her family was exceptionally kind. We're still in touch. It got me thinking, how can someone so cruel come from such a nurturing background?
Sometimes people are just the way they are.
Or maybe they weren't so nice until it was too late.
Most probably, yeah.
It's easier to apologize to an open coffin.
Mm-hmm.
I do dislike funerals. Someday, I hope mine won't be so inconvenient to those attending. The last thing I want is to be a burden.
Just throw me in a ditch and I'll be fine. It's better to the planet anyway.
Miss Meadows' morning was dull and grey, like the taut hairs on her old teacher's head in that wretched dream. But a sight outside her shop put her in a much better mood in an instant.
Morning, Matilda.
Ollie! Back so soon! I normally have to wait weeks for a visit.
What can I say? You've got me hooked on good tea. Truth is, now that my kids and grandkids are less dependent, I find myself with a lot more free time than I know what to do with.
You'd been a good presence in their lives. You could do with a bit of a break. Tea?
Yes, please.
The usual?
No, not green tea this time. I'd like something different.
What do you have in mind?
I'm thinking fresh, zesty.
Peppermint.
Between you and me, I've been feeling a little queasy.
Peppermint.
That's the curry I had last night.
Peppermint tea it is.
I think I can get you just the thing you...
Three leaves. Yeah, I'm asking you now that I'm gonna serve you tea. Is Esme dead and I forgot?
Ooh, minty.
As the joyful flavour of mint filled his mouth, the kind-eyed elderly
I got an
gentleman wore
achievement
wide,
called
bright
Strongest
smile.
Potion. I gave him my strongest potion. The achievements are all very fun titles.
A lot of antacids have mint in them. I should have guessed you'd make this.
I knew it would come in handy eventually.
Oh, you did now.
Not the first time you'd come in complaining about curry, is it?
So, anything new?
Have I told you about my visiting nurse?
Helen? What about her?
No, Helen left last week. This is a new one.
Was it Lilian or Liliana? I think it was Liliana. Lilian Plath? I think it was Lilian.
Liliane is her name.
Yeah?
Well, she seems to know what she's doing, but she's quite unsociable. Barely says a word.
Maybe she's just shy.
I thought so too at first. It's been a few days now, though. I think she just doesn't like me.
You know people don't have to like you, Matilda. Remember Beatrice?
Oh, Beatrice. She always avoided me back at the agency. You told me not to take it personally.
That's right. You asked her to help you with the Henry Whitmore case. She didn't. Did she?
You're right. Oh, it would have been so nice to work together. How is she anyway?
Last I heard, she had a stroke. Staying with us.
Oh my.
Gosh, that's terrible. Oh, poor Beatrice.
I sympathize as well. But that's besides the point. That nurse is just another Beatrice. You've got to move on.
What if I've done something to upset her?
Like what?
What if I'd offended her at some point?
Did you?
I think I would remember something like that.
Then forget it. She's the one with the problem, not you. For all we know, she just has social anxiety or something.
You know, you're right. I'll just forget about her for now.
That's the right attitude. The same advice I gave to my youngest.
Aisha?
That's her. I told Aisha, if someone likes you, one human being to another, they will not hide it. People are like the wind. Chase them, and you end up with a fistful of air. Let them come to you, and they will fill your sails.
Oh, who's the poet now?
Yeah.
Has Aisha had similar trouble at school?
Yes, trouble making friends. She's done with school, though. Right now she's at work. Can you believe it?
Goodness, how time flies.
Oh yes, 20 years old. Still behaves like 12. as far as I'm concerned.
Do give her my regards. I hope she'll stop by my shop someday.
She would, but she's in London now. We call from time to time.
Oh, London. She's in for a treat. I wish her the best.
Thank you. And thank you for this tea, as always. Oh, and don't pay that nurse any heed. She's just doing her job. Leave it at that.
Oh, you're right as always, dear friend. Oh, right. Ollie, don't forget, next time you stop by, Esme will be here to join us.
Ollie gave her a laboured smile. Miss Meadows could feel a laden weight behind it.
Is she
After a
dead?
pause,
Is
simply
she
smiled
dead?
and nodded.
See you, Matilda.
Esme is dead, isn't she?
She watched the back of her second oldest friend as he left her tea shop, a back that carries so much weight, and yet unbending. As the nurse prepared silently, Miss Meadows contemplated her previous attempts at conversing with her. They mostly revolved around interests, trivialities. The nurse, however, would not budge. She responded with nothing but hums and polite nods.
I'm gonna give her a break.
Miss Meadows decided to stop throwing herself at the same brick wall. The nurse got to work in perfect silence.
Maybe she'll wonder why I'm not talking this time. Oh.
The nurse left as quietly as she had come in. Miss Meadows drifted to sleep soon after, with her friend's words still lingering in her mind. Not everyone has to be your friend.
Last night, I thought about all the times I was uncomfortable and how much I disliked each one. We all experience discomfort to some degree, I think. Life by design demands it, and we're not in a position to say no. Discomfort brought on by obligations, health, or circumstances beyond our control. But that same discomfort propels us forward.
Yep, because then we go learn how to be more comfortable.
In a way, we would be nowhere without it. Animals that are used to the comfort of captivity seldom survive when released back into the wild. And this is because they forget that ever-present anxiety, which urges them to stay alert and alive. In an ideal world, we would not need to suffer to succeed. Internal motivation should suffice, and whim alone would be king. But in this not-so-ideal world, endless discomfort is the price we pay for an interesting life. A price I gladly paid.
Interesting. Okay. Sorry, I was just checking the reviews to see how much time the playthrough lasted. I think we can do it.
The woman who walked into Meadows' tea shop this morning was not the one she was anticipating, but a welcome sight nonetheless.
Hello.
Hey, Cassie.
Oh, it's so good to see you again,
Cassie.
Cassie.
Thanks, miss. You too.
How have you been?
I'm fine. Can I have some tea, please?
Well, that's the kind of change of heart I like to see. What would you like? More of what you had last time?
No. I was wondering if you had something that might help me.
Hey, Tyndale.
Oh, no. Did you catch the cold your brother has?
He got better. It's something else. I can't sleep.
Okay, lavender
2 days,
tea
it's
it
killing
is.
me.
Goodness. Sorry to hear it, dear.
Whatever you make, please just don't make it too strong or too light.
Okay.
Medium, I guess. As long as it makes me feel sleepier.
Tea is by no means a cure-all, but I think I've got just the thing.
Okay, a medium lavender. How much do I need for lavender? Okay, lavender is full, so I need to get it to 3. Boop.
Your tea is ready.
Oh my god. I didn't know people had lavender for tea. And it's so good.
I would have to smell it first.
I always thought lavender would taste like, I don't know, shampoo or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Can't bathe in this, I'm afraid. Although, now that I think about it,
Now I gotta get a little thingy. If only I could get like a tea like sampler. So I would only get like a few leaves.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, you can bathe in tea actually. If you have some skin irritations and stuff, actually bathing in chamomile tea is a good idea. It helps soothe your skin as well. Thank you for the follow, thank you.
is something
Not
troubling
like
you?
boiling yourself in the tea, okay? Let it get like lukewarm and then you wash yourself.
Remember what I told you about my training?
Yes, you were being funded by...
Lipa.
Yeah, them. I do track and field so I can join the athletics team for the next Olympics. What's more, Holly Hodgkins is our coach, a former champion. Can you imagine? I used to really look up to her. She's also a LIPA grad. Anyway, a new girl joined us, Gemma. She's this quiet girl, barely says a word. Always wears a beanie. But the crazy thing is, she's a bullet on legs. I can barely keep up. I don't know why I'm telling you this. Sorry. You don't need to hear about my silly problems.
I don't think they're silly at all. Competition is healthy. A good kind of stress. But it can be demotivating sometimes.
Yeah.
That's what I told Coach. I asked her how I could get better numbers. She said, do more jumping jacks. And I have been, way more. I'm not getting any better.
Doesn't it take time to improve?
I know, but
We want it to be instant.
usually working out wears me out. So I never had any problems sleeping. Then Gemma joined and I saw how fast she could run and I felt like all my work was for nothing.
And now you've got a rival to worry about. You can't sleep.
Yes.
Well, I had a bit of rivalry myself back in my journalist days. He was already well established by the time I joined the newspaper. His articles had free reign of the front page. Mind you, he wasn't obnoxious about it. But try as I might, I couldn't cut it in my early career. I needed a win. So I started working on a big story, bigger than anything I'd ever written. I had a strong feeling it would make my career, and more importantly, make a difference.
And? Did it?
Ah, patience now. I'm getting to that
We
part.
always want to know everything when we're young.
during my field investigation on the big story, who do I spot but him, my rival? He was as hot on the
Then we
trail as
worked
I
together?
was. I knew then I couldn't slip up, but I hustled day and night. I found everything I needed to publish a story and got my front page article. When he read it, he came to my desk laughing. He said he'd been working on the same story, but his version had major errors, disproven by the evidence I'd found. Then he thanked me. By beating him to the finish line, I inadvertently also saved his credibility.
That's nice. Do you know where he is now?
Dead?
We're still friends,
Oh,
actually.
okay.
He comes here sometimes. Now, I'm sure it's not the same as what you're going through, but I thought listening to an expert at rivalry might give you hope.
Thanks. What you did for a living sounds exciting.
It had its moments.
And you got a friend out of it.
A good one, too. Having a friend like him was more important to me than the boost to my career. So about your new rival,
Become friends,
why
yeah.
don't you just introduce yourself?
Then she can also teach you how she runs so fast.
In the pursuit of our goals, it's easy to forget the human element. That girl who joined the team and that Olympian coaching you, intimidating as they might be, are just people. A friend of mine used to say, you're one hello from making a friend.
You're right. I might be overthinking it. Coach always says that competitive sports are just as much a mental thing as they are physical. Maybe this is all part of what she meant. Thank you.
Of course. I envy you, you know.
How so?
I see you running outside, and it makes me miss being able to. It's so freeing.
It really is. Running is, I don't know, cathartic to me. I'm sure you did plenty of it.
I did run a lot in my youth, mainly to catch buses
Yeah,
or
that's
trains.
the most tired that you get running. It's running for the bus.
And to get away from trouble. Bad people don't like having the spotlight on them.
Whoa. Someone came at you for something you wrote?
Well, not them personally. That would have been funny. One time, there was this hired lackey. Black leather jacket and shaved head. He was paid to threaten me.
Was that here?
London. He stalked me for a while, then shoved a letter in my hand. I just smiled and tore it while he watched. I won't deny I was terrified. The threat was real. But his employer was behind bars before he could act on it.
Wow. Not exactly painting a pretty picture of London.
London is not a very pretty city. Other than the tourist attractions, it seems like a very, you know, Gotham.
Don't get me wrong. London is lovely. Besides, he found me a year later and apologized.
There's so much business and stuff
We even
there.
had tea together.
With the henchman?
Yes. Gregory's actually quite nice once you get to know him. Anyway, my time in London was special, but I preferred working overseas.
Oh yeah, you sure did.
Young woman looked.
You know, part of me wishes so badly for me to get selected for the Olympics coaching program just so I can see other countries. I can't afford to travel. Barely anyone can now. I just hope I make it.
Oh, I'm sure you will make us all proud one day.
Oh yeah, no pressure. But seriously, thank you. I feel better already. Actually, I hope it's okay if I ask for another story from your collection there.
Of course.
Love to share one. Which one do you want to know about?
Tell me about the tea from Turkey.
You may have heard, but Turkish people historically preferred coffee. Tea became their beverage of choice no more than 100 years ago, and yet it is already deeply ingrained in their culture. So much so that telling someone, put the tea on, meant you were coming over. Everything from casual conversation to business meetings were held over a freshly brewed teapot. a tea shop owner would walk over to nearby businesses and pour them each a cup, which I thought was a nice gesture. As you can see, the tea set here is two-tiered. One for highly concentrated tea, another for hot water, keeping each other warm. If you preferred your tea open, it meant you wanted it watered down. But if you liked your tea strong, you'd say you want it closed.
Oh.
Even children there get some tea, though theirs gets cooled down and served with some biscuits to make it a little treat.
I'm a child. Hehehe.
I was so captivated by their love for tea, I decided to buy a set for myself. They said the fancy ones were a tourist trap, but it didn't matter. Funnily enough, while the set I got was for tea, the cups I thought came with it were actually meant for coffee. Their teacups have no handles. Besides, the tea sets they actually drink from are a lot less ornamental. Simple glass and metal. But you have to admit, this tea set and coffee cups look nice together.
No shame in it. They do look nice together, actually. I wonder how they drink tea from teacups that have no handles anyway. Wouldn't they be too hot?
Okay. I am not gonna be the only one in this room that doesn't use the handles of teacup and mugs, right? Right? I just grab the mug or the cup because I don't know, the handles are uncomfortable sometimes.
The two spend another hour in jovial conversation.
Okay, good. I'm not
Miss
the only
Meadows
one.
barely
Okay.
felt the time go by. She just wished a certain someone was here to be part of it.
Yeah, sometimes the handles are very uncomfortable.
Despite the gravity of the last conversation they had, the nurse was beginning to be a bit more responsive to Miss Meadows' attempts at conversation. Her attitude, however, remained glacial as she got to work.
I think giving her a break actually worked.
As the nurse packed up, Miss Meadows decided to breach her defences with a bold question.
Are you happy?
What?
I mean, are you content with where you are in life?
No.
Oh. Well, I hope you get to be.
This happened to me when I worked in the post.
Are you?
Me? Happy?
Even though it was Miss Meadows' own question said back to her, it took her with just as much surprise. She asked it again, this time to herself. Is Miss Meadows happy?
I think she is.
I am happy. How can I not be? I got to see the world and devoted my life to the truth. So much good has come from that. I wouldn't have it any other way.
The truth. Revealing the truth is a universally good act then.
You're gonna tell me that Esme is dead, aren't you?
Of course it is.
Can you think of an instance where the truth should not be revealed?
No.
The truth should always be revealed, no matter how painful. I'm sure people who have something to hide would rather dodge the consequences, but there is a reason they thrive on hidden truths. They would not be able to do what they do otherwise. Little by little, the skeletons in their closet pile up, so the sooner they are exposed, the better. Trust me, I've given my life to this pursuit, and every time it proved to be worth it.
even if innocence were collateral damage?
What do you mean?
Is it possible that in revealing the truth, people who were not involved could get harmed as a result?
It is possible. Yes.
Yes. Justice is a noble pursuit, but it isn't perfect. Nothing that humans touch can be. No matter how well-intentioned, every so often, I grieve for the people who lost something because of me. But
A stifling silence settled in, not so different from one that tends to follow the loud clang of a fallen object. It was so stifling, in fact, that the nurse could not stand being in the same room anymore, and left in a hurry.
Did I mess up her life? Maybe my stories messed with her parents? I'm gonna go with conclusion. So now, dear friend, as things come to a close, I write to you as once I've often done. The blank still flows, though slower, I suppose, to stain this page in like shadows in the blank. The ink still flows, I suppose, to stain this page like shadows in done in the moon, in the sun. There are sun shadows as well. All right, let me save. There are sun shadows.
my, I fell asleep on my desk.
Oh no!
I have to pick up the pace. I need to finish this poem so I can show it to her. So we can laugh again. Just like we used to. Remember, Esme?
Oh, Esme is dead.
Miss Meadows stared out of the window of her tea shop intently, hopefully. Any day now, any day, and Esme would walk right in.
Miss?
She barely noticed the ethologist's soft and quiet entrance. His greeting shook her out of her trance.
Oh, hello again.
Sorry, I seem to have startled you. Everything all right?
The truth is, Doctor, I'm eager for a certain someone to walk through that door. Not that you're not welcome, of course. I've just been waiting is all.
Must be someone quite important to occupy your mind so much.
She is. Her name is Esme. She's my oldest friend, and she's coming to town. Work took her abroad for a long time, and we haven't had a proper sit-down in ages. I can't wait to meet her again.
That is wholesome. I'm sure she is just as excited to burst right through that door and greet you.
Miss Meadows' smile widened with plain joy at the mere thought. She saw a somber look in the doctor's eyes. That look was utterly unfamiliar to her. She had never seen it in him, or anyone else.
Anyway.
You know you don't have to call me that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Adam.
The scientist smiled.
I'm in the mood for something light.
Green tea, then.
No, something a bit maltier. A tea that's between...
Oolong.
Oh, and make it strong, please. The strongest you can
Strong oolong. Let's go. Why are you still here? There's your tea.
I can't believe I didn't think of oolong.
The scientist was flush with contentment. He stared down at his cup with glee, as if grateful for a gift.
I'm not just any oolong. Jade song?
Dark pearl. It's my favourite.
I'd tip my hat to you if I had one. You truly are a master of your craft. I thought about our last conversation, you know. If what I'm doing with my life is what I really want.
And?
I've made a big decision, but before I tell you about it, let me share with you something that happened to me in my first field study 12 years ago. The place was cold and unforgiving. The people, equally so. I felt out of place, and every question I asked had a coin flip's chance of being met with ridicule or hostility. I never felt so out of place in my whole life.
Do you remember where this happened?
I do. What mattered is that I found that scientific journey on the whole
Was it back here
so
at home?
cathartic and rewarding. By the time I flew back home, I had completely forgotten about the bad. I only took the good home. Or so I thought. That sort of thing stays with you, but you learn to look on the bright side.
Yeah.
I was accosted by a snow leopard and the locals were unfriendly, but it didn't make a difference back then. I felt like a winner. And
I wish I
reflecting on
was
that,
accosted by a snow leopard.
again, just to do what I love, then nothing can stop me. Not a shred of doubt remained in my heart. Until I saw these first white hairs on my head. Am I doing the right thing? Was it all worth it? They made me think. This is why I am glad I met you, Miss, at this exact crossroads in life. I think I love what I do too much to look back now. But it is so tempting to grow roots, make lifelong friends I can meet every week.
Miss Meadows knew exactly what he was about to say. She felt it, too, in her youth. The call.
The world is just too inviting, and life is far too short. I can't help but feel like I'm giving up something to sustain this lifestyle, this career.
It's worth it, isn't it?
Oh yes, best deal I've ever made.
I suppose we're both nomads at heart.
I don't think I would have hesitated if I were like you. However, you helped me decide.
I did?
Well, after hearing your stories, I decided to look you up. You have had a remarkable career, Miss. Enviable, even. Looking at you now, I don't think you quite understand the impact you've made. Those stolen funds you revealed were in the clutches of a hoarding political dragon. They did not go to waste. They made so many initiatives possible. Agricultural, urban, athletic, scientific.
There was a
Whether this was fated or entirely coincidental is not my place to say. But I am so glad I get to thank you for it. Thank you, Miss.
Fight
Aww.
your own battle to get your piece of it.
There wouldn't be any peace to begin with were it not for you. I get to pursue my dream because you pursued yours.
Aww.
I don't imagine that would have been possible had you settled down here instead.
Miss Meadows shook.
How can I not be inspired by that? I think back on my recent reflections and realize I owe so much to you, even though we just met.
It's flattering you think so. But I'm of the opinion that only you can truly know your purpose in life. Just like only I could know mine. So rest assured, you owe me nothing. The future is yours. No matter what you decide to do it right.
Sorry, I rambled for a while there. I'm always taken aback by how easy you are to talk to.
Nothing to be sorry for.
You know, there is one thing I will regret once I'm back on the road.
You're gonna miss my tea.
Not being able to see you again as frequently as I would like.
You can write me.
It's going to be hard to move on, knowing I can't be a regular here.
I will miss you too, and our fruitful conversations. And don't sell yourself short, young man. You're quite remarkable yourself.
Ha! Being called a young man again certainly does wonders for my ego. But truly, thank you. I am happy to have received my funding, but I am just as happy to have stumbled upon this slice of heaven you've built. I will endeavor to come back. Somehow.
Just take the bus or the train.
I promise.
Miss Meadows' heart grew, knowing she had made a new friend.
Hmm. I'm not speaking at all.
The nurse's arrival this night was quiet as a fox. You couldn't even hear her breathing. She was always distant, but Miss Meadows noticed she was avoiding her eyes more than usual.
Listen,
Leanne.
Lillian?
Yes?
About last time, I just feel like I owe you an apology. It was too personal of a question to ask someone.
I know what you are trying to do, miss. But I am only here to give you this. Nothing more.
It has been a little over a week since this new nurse took over from the previous one. Since then, she made Miss Meadows feel all sorts of confusing emotions, but all of them explicable in some way. Tonight, however, an irrational emotion took over Miss Meadows like a swelling wave, one that made no sense to her at all. Fear.
Are we ready?
All right. I'm ready.
Now I'm scared as well. What are you doing to Grandma?
The nurse took longer than usual to pack up this time. She was stalling.
I am being replaced.
Huh?
I will not be your nurse anymore. You will not see me again. Goodbye.
To Miss
What?
Meadows' surprise, Lillian ran out the door. She left in a hurry. The dim light illuminated her glistening cheeks, wet with tears.
What joy it had brought me when they came to toast, to laugh and cry with the cheer and boast. But now the fire is dying, and the people are goodbying, and all of my chestnuts will never get to roast.
Miss Meadows came down the stairs with some difficulty. She was used to her joints being stiff, but they were especially rigid today. Not long after she had enjoyed a cup of her own, did a familiar face appear, or more accurately, barge in. The young woman's boisterous laughter shook the windows.
Someone's in a cheery mood today?
You won't believe what happened. Remember my coach and the new girl?
Yes. Hodgkins and Gemma.
Was your coach Hodgkins?
That's right. You're quite, eidetic, that's it.
Miss Meadows, you?
Anyway, that's not important.
Yeah, I don't think eidetic is the word for this situation. I think I know what it means, but I'm not sure. No, it's for visual images. Yeah, okay. Eidetic memory. Okay, I was not... Okay, I should trust in myself more. I should trust in myself more.
It turned out to be a setup, the whole thing.
What do you mean?
I can't believe I didn't notice. Coach, you're a menace. Coach brought in someone, alright, who was only pretending to be a quiet, shy girl named Gemma. Her real name is Wilma Pavey. The Wilma Pavey. You know, both feet on the ground gets you nowhere. She said that quote in her book. Tenacity, blurring the comfort zone.
I'm sorry, it doesn't ring a bell.
She's a legend. Wilma is a multi-medal triathlete.
It's swimming, cycling, and running, right? It's not kayaking. I'm gonna go with the first one.
A triathlon involves swimming, cycling, and running, right?
Spot on.
Okay.
It's the ultimate test of endurance. Anyway, Wilma was in on it the whole time. Coach brought her to show us that we're not as bad as we thought we were. And here's the craziest thing. Before I knew who she was, I took your advice. We're all just people, like you said.
That we are.
So I walked up to her after training and said, "Hey, great work today." And she's like, "Oh, thank you, you're pretty good yourself."
She went on describing the most mundane conversation. Not between an aspiring athlete and an accomplished one, but between two young women. Weather, favourite protein snack, things of no consequence. Despite the banal nature of that back and forth, she recited it with fervour and passion.
And then I told her that I'm not here to mess around. I'm here for the real thing. I want a real medal framed on my wall. You won't guess what happened. Wilma herself vouched for me to coach. I'm in the Olympics coaching program.
Yay!
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. I can hardly believe it still.
Let's go, Cassie.
By the end of the program, I will hopefully represent Britain in both sprints and 4x100 meter relays.
Well, happy days, love. Oh, that's incredible news.
Thank you. I'm still in shock myself. Finding out about this and Wilma. The last couple of days were a roller coaster. I had what it takes and Coach said Wilma told her. She then said, "But having the humility and respect to speak to someone who is there to defeat you, that's a conduct becoming of a real athlete." Sportsmanship. Being strong, fast, durable, getting back up when you trip and fall, all that's only half the battle. The other half is never forgetting the person underneath it all. I would have missed that if it weren't for you. Thank you, miss.
You're
Miss
welcome.
Meadows returned the young woman's gratitude with a smile and a deep nod.
You made it this far. You put in the effort. You earned this, love. Plus, working with people you admire and them turning out to be good people too, that's just heartwarming.
Oh, you should have seen the look on my face when Wilma told me who she was.
While laughing at herself, Cassie slapped her own knee and immediately winced in pain.
Ow! Bloody hell!
Are you all right?
Yeah, I scraped my knee this morning and completely forgot about it until just now. Don't worry, I already cleaned and bandaged it. I'm gonna be fine. Still smarts though. Ouch!
Or do you want something for the pain?
I took some painkillers. Wait, you don't mean tea, do you?
This one is herbal.
Okay,
floral
roasty.
even, and is really good for easing physical pain.
Alright, if you think so. Whatever it is, just make it a little less strong. Medium.
Gotcha. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah. It's a full tea. Okay. I didn't know that it was an analgesic. There you go.
Your tea is ready.
Is this rose? I can only ever imagine rose as something decorative. You can drink them?
You can make tea out of anything, but yeah,
Sure you can.
I have never drank rose tea either.
For hundreds of years, people found its floral taste delightful, like a perfume for the soul. Easing pain is a nice little extra.
Another reason for me to like roses so much.
But rose is a hot drink. I never could have imagined. How did they figure this out?
Well, it's not just tea, you know. Rose water is a common baking ingredient as well. Many desserts around the world have a nice rosy taste for this very reason.
Yeah, I don't usually like rose stuff though. I don't like eating rose stuff.
I should tell my mum about this. Did I ever tell you why I run this? Why I do this for a career?
I don't think you did. Why do you run?
When I was still in primary school, I used to love watching my cartoons on the telly. But this one cartoon I really liked, about baby dinosaurs. It was on national TV just as school finished, and school was a 15-minute walk from home.
That truly was the best time of my life as well. Just running home, 5 minutes and cartoons would be on.
If I walked home, I missed most of it. So I sprinted.
Yeah!
Full speed, lungs heaving, little feet stomping on the ground.
I also ran home to watch cartoons. I fell down a lot though.
I went from missing half of the show to catching it right when the intro song ended.
Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever liked a show that much.
No kidding. I was really rooting for those reptiles.
I didn't have a show in particular. I've always really loved animation.
My PE teacher saw me blitzing home one evening and told me I had potential. She thought it was really funny, seeing this girl leave a trail of dust in her wake right out the gate like that. So, one thing led to another. I was introduced to Lipa, and here I am. I get to do what I love, for a living, and get to train with my heroes, and compete against the finest. See the world. Thank my lucky stars. I don't know where I'd be if I wasn't getting paid to compete. I won't squander this chance. Ever.
I'm sure you won't, love.
Tears welled up in Miss Meadows' eyes.
Bring that medal home.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Oh, by the way, how is your brother doing now?
Carlos.
Carlos, was it?
He's fine now. Got over that cold surprisingly fast.
Kids usually do.
More importantly, I didn't catch it.
You're all right now? You made it.
You're right. Thank you, miss. Seriously.
The light conversation that followed was aglow with joviality and triumph. Miss Meadows was proud of the young woman who graced her shop and smiled as she waved her goodbye. But once she left, the shop settled back into silence. The uncomfortable stillness could make one's ears ring.
We're getting Esme? For real?
Hmm?
Something caught Miss Meadows' eye in her antique mirror. In her entire life, nothing startled her worse than what she saw. Miss Meadows looked into the mirror and saw a stranger looking back.
Oh no.
Outside it began to pour, and fog melted through the streets. Meadows looked longingly through the window of her shop. Her train of thought was cut short by a jingle of the door chime. And in walked a child, no older than 12.
Excuse me, miss. I lost my mummy.
Not your mommy.
Have you seen her?
Meadows could not believe her eyes. The young girl was the spitting image of her friend Esme when she was a child. They could have been twins, she thought.
What's your name, young miss?
Grace. My name is Grace.
Well, Grace, I'm sure your mother's looking for you right now. How about you wait for her here? Better than waiting out there in the rain,
Okay.
Grace took a seat. Something she could not describe about this place reassured her. She felt safe here.
Would you like some tea?
I don't have any money.
I didn't ask if you had money. I asked if you wanted tea.
Don't worry about it. It's a treat from me. What would you like?
I don't know. What is good?
I know what you would like. Give me just a moment.
Earl Grey. Quite a strong tea
Here
to give
you
to a
go.
child, but
This one feels fancy.
It is, darling. That's the bergamot.
Burger what?
burger what?
A very snobby orange. Wears a top hat.
Grace laughed and took another sip. Shortly after their brief exchange, Grace's mother found her daughter at the tea shop. The woman apologized for the inconvenience, and the two left unceremoniously.
Bye.
She didn't know about her mother's friend?
You all right?
Hi, Ollie.
What's new with you?
I finished the poem last night. Oh, I was hoping Esme would come today.
Listen, Matilda.
I know, Ollie.
Do you?
Yes. Esme is dead. Oh, Esme!
In grave lucidity, everything came flooding back. The hospital visits, the bouquets, the funeral, and a promise to write one more poem. She tried to trace back the memories to the moment she forgot it all, but found that the trail led nowhere. It was distressing, like coming back from an errand and finding your home unfurnished. Oliver comforted Miss Meadows as she sobbed on his shoulder until the tears dried up.
Aww.
I remember getting the news on the phone years ago.
Oh, Matilda.
Oh, it was silly of me to think she'd come back. Some days I actually believed it.
I have to say, hearing you talk about her like she was still alive, it concerned me. Are you sure you're all right?
In all honesty, Ollie, I don't think I am. Just the other day,
Mm.
I looked in the mirror. Oh, it filled me with a sense of dread I didn't know existed. Like an uncanny stranger was staring back. I hated it. I expected
Poor
growing old
Grandma.
would slow me down, make me sleepier, but not this.
It must be so terrifying.
Not fearing my own reflection, not thinking my dead friend was still here. I'm snapping at the seams, Ollie.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It feels good to finally admit it. God, I must be so useless right now.
Hey now, you're many things, Matilda, but you are not useless. I can't tell you how many young interns who worked at the news agency signed up because they read something you wrote, and those embezzled public funds. Who blew the lid off them back in the day? So much good has come from your work. I was there with you, through it all. No amount of death threats, veiled or bold, could stop you. Even today, generations later. people get to enjoy the fruit of your labor.
Meadows recalled the young athlete's words from the day before.
Thank my lucky stars. I don't know where I'd be if I wasn't getting paid to compete.
You are just as much a hero as the great war reporters you admired as a girl. And I know what you're thinking. That was before. This is now. But why else would people keep frequenting your shop? It's not just the tea. I'll tell you that. You are a godsend to every soul you touch.
Aww.
You always know exactly what to say. You tell people not what they want to hear, but what they always knew to be true, deep down.
The jolly scientist's words rang in Miss Meadows' mind, clear as a sunny sky.
It's going to be hard to move on, knowing I can't be a regular here.
If you will hold onto one memory, let it be this. Your legacy will survive.
Oh, what good is a legacy, Ollie?
I'm still here, aren't I? I'm still waiting to read that poem you just finished. And God help me, it won't be your last one.
Ah, Ollie!
Thank you. You're a wonderful friend. You know, when I remembered what happened to Esme, all the pain came back. I cried as if I'd just found out about it for the first time. It's like I lost her all over again. In some strange way. That felt like a blessing. I got to grieve for her a second time. A woman like her deserves to be grieved twice.
You know what? Let's do it again. Tell me, Matilda, how did you start writing?
Oh, Ollie. You don't have to indulge me.
No, I would love to. Go on.
Well, you see, I was waiting for her in the park after school. It was a Friday.
Aww. I recalled everything about my customers. Leave a thought in every heart you happen by, as tea so fondly stains the cup it's in. Be warmth that lingers on the fingers held high. The smallest kindness lets their tale begin. I wandered paths where silence held its breath, my thoughts of you, like lanterns in the dark. When asked to speak of you, I did at length, until my throat dried up and turned to bark. Be wary, words are implements of wars, and just as much as their beauty on their own, they charm and make imagination soar. In equal high, and they cut to the bone. I walk old streets where once we dreamed with glee. Their lamplight flickered out of our youthful pluck. As birds desire traveling, did we a world to see until we're out of luck. So now, dear friend, as things come to a close, I write to you as of once I had done. The ink still flows, though slower, I suppose, to stain this page like shadows in the sun. Though time forgets this house, or tree, or glen, I never could. With hope, you'll come again. That was my poem. So that was ending on one of Sips and Sonnets. That was so lovely. I really enjoyed this. There's 3 endings. So yeah, your choices do affect the story. Oh, that was so beautiful. Thank you to Blue Tango Street for showing me their game. And thank you for following, by the way. If you're still here. That was beautiful. Please, everyone, check out Sips and Sonnets. You can still see things that you have not seen here today, and like at full price, it's just. I was the first person. Okay, haha. Haha. Let's go. Of course, I ended with a bittersweet poem. Thank you, Robertson. Thank you. Enjoy the kitties. Oh, so my ending is about Esme. Okay. Oh, I just want to go play the other endings right now. That was so lovely. So please go check out the game and see the other endings. And please share on the Discord your poems. I really want to read your poems. I think I've mentioned it a couple of times, but I am a poet. I am a published poet. Very bad teenage poems, but they got published. I won a contest, so technically they're not as bad. So this game was very, very dear to me as a poet as well. Oh, that was so beautiful. I want to know more about the nurse. I really do want to know more about the nurse. Yeah, by the way, when you get a different ending, you get an author's note. I'm not gonna show it, so you can guys go check it if you play it. It's pinned in chat. Thank you so much to Blue Tango Street for gifting me a copy for this game. It's very lovely. I really, really enjoyed it. It felt like home a bit as well. Miss Meadows really truly did feel like a grandma. It reminded me of my grandma that has passed on. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. Please, everyone, go check out Sips and Sonnets. Let's do your wish list. That also helps a lot if you can't buy the game right now. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here and for watching. Thank you.